Hey man, what it is, what it do?
Good morning, everybody. It's the Breakfast Club, Power 105.
Stupid.
DJ
Hey,
and me.
no man, I don't claim.
Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee, and it's
Shout out for
Freaky Friday. What's up?
Hey, shout out for the inspiration, man. But this is the Good Hennessy Show.
Word.
Man.
Live hip hop daily.
Already. I'm last name good. This guy right here, with the what do you call that? Blood orange. That's the scent, man.
Blood orange, man.
Westside Jimmy Hennessy, man. What's good with you, brother?
Man, everything good, man.
Hey, man. So we've been having like great conversations off camera.
Let's go ahead and get into it.
We're gonna get into it. We're going to get right into it. So y'all see the question of the week, man. It's like classic albums. Can we call albums that don't age well classics?
Well, I guess not.
Guess not. So what? Like we had a couple of examples we was talking about, like, and we're gonna try not to talk about Eminem on this conversation. We're gonna leave Eminem out of it. Can we do that?
Why is that?
I just don't think. I think
He's the top artist that makes songs that don't age well.
right. Okay. See, age going there.
Man, shout out to 8 Mile. That's my favorite Eminem song. I still play it.
Dope movie.
No, the movie's good. The movie. I mean, the reason why I say let's leave M out of it because I think he's been the topic of all of these discussions when it comes to like his music not aging well. Is that fair to say?
I guess.
That's fair to say. So I want to use some other examples.
Okay.
That's not Eminem.
So we had a couple more examples.
We did.
And Luda came up.
Luda name definitely did come up. Luda name came up.
So we ain't really going back. We ain't gonna leave here and pop in Luda first CD like it just came out.
Nah.
And get that same feeling.
Nah.
Why is that?
I'm gonna blame a lot of it on the production at the time.
Okay.
The production at the time was like super thin, experimental. I felt like it wasn't.
You on your head, man. You ain't hear all them instruments in that beat.
I ain't just talking about like instruments, bro. I'm just talking about just like songs wise, it was just okay. Like if you go back for the first time, I think that was the first album. Like if you really go back and listen to that album, bro, like really go back and break it down, he probably had about 4 songs on there that really held away. I wish I had my my other phone so I can like bring up the track list.
You on your Kevin Gates shit?
No, I had a old iPhone and I upgraded my phone, but I already paid for that old iPhone, so I kept it. I ain't traded in and got no $50
I did the same
for it.
thing.
I was like, I'm gonna hold on to this. No, you can't
So
give me.
what did you get? What you got, an 8?
No, I got 7. This was before the 8 came out.
Oh.
This was like before they announced that, and then they bring out the 8 and the 10 at the same time. You know how that goes.
Shout out my dog Tori. Tori said his first album is definitely a classic.
Definitely is a classic, right? Okay, so that's what he said.
That's what he said.
Shout out to you for listening and paying attention. I appreciate it. But here's my thing.
Oh,
What's that? Man, watch out. I don't even know who that is right
Joe,
now.
explain yourself before I even put you on blast.
Already know from y'all
Explain
facial
yourself.
expressions.
What you mean by that right there, Joe?
You must be saying some Outcast.
Bruh.
Because I said the same thing.
No, he said Outkast's first album.
Let's see what he mean though.
I want to see what he talk about.
Yeah.
While we wait on him to respond,
I could elaborate on that.
Okay,
first album.
on the
Even
first
though
album. So the playlist
even
of
though
Cadillac
I
music.
The first album,
Okay.
it's like you said with the Luda. If you listen to it now, the beats and all that really ain't rock. Like it can't mix with what's going on right now.
That ain't what classic is.
I mean, why not? That we can still continue if the shit come on the radio, it still flows with whatever's going on.
If Southern Playlist of Cadillac Funky Music come on the radio right now, nigga, I'm all
is
windows
that
going
Southern
down.
playlist?
Like,
Cadillac
easy.
funky music.
Easy.
Yeah, it's grooving. See, he know it.
Yeah.
Right.
Set
Set the temperature in the room,
see
bro.
What's happening?
Set the temperature in the room. All right. Now y'all see what just happened, right?
That's bias.
No.
That's bias.
But look, no. Okay, so check this out. This is what we just did in the room for people that's watching, right? We started some lyrics. The room finished it.
Yeah.
To me, that's part of having classic material.
Right.
Right? Now, if you go back and listen to something, so what was the other? We said Luda. What was the other album we said?
Said Nelly.
Nelly. Now we can sit here and act like Nelly wasn't the hottest thing.
Nelly
I'm
was that
saying
thing.
it wasn't hot, but we saying he has a
No.
classic song.
No.
But the whole album, what's the next joint off of that album?
That's what I'm saying. Like he had an album full of hits, but if you go back and listen to that,
what's the Nike shit? The Air Force Ones that was on that album too.
Nah, that's
no,
the second
that was Nellyville, and Nellyville had joints too though. We had
the
EI.
grills? Where the grills on?
No, EI was the first album I thought.
Where the grills? The grill song.
That was second album.
Okay.
That was that second album. We might could talk about the second album.
Right, because the first album. Tell me another song. Other
Country
than
Grammar. If
Country
you want to
Grammar.
take a ride with me, when it don't.
That's the first album?
That was on the first album. That was the first album. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he had joints, man. He sold
That
13
shit
million.
sounded good to be back then. I thought that was something.
No, it was forward. He was being. But if you go back and listen to that whole album though,
Damn.
it was some stuff in there that just didn't hold up.
Yeah.
Y'all going through in the comments, man. I hate it because I can't even. I don't
Okay,
even
Dro.
have it.
I think Dro got it mixed up because Dro said put on elevators and it's gonna ride every time I swing.
Oh, okay.
So now, Dro, that's the second Outkast album. Oh, Dante said 50 Cent.
Which 50 Cent album?
which
50
one?
Cent album.
Because I feel him, but I want to know which 50 Cent
Which
album you're talking
though?
about.
Which album?
Because seriously, I got to get my laptop up because y'all bring up all this stuff and y'all definitely chiming in. So look, I do feel him on the 50 Cent though. Get Rich or Die Trying is classic. I don't care what you say about that. That you turn that thing
You can
on.
go with the next one after that too.
Absolutely. What's the one after that? What's after the well? I don't know though. Massacre had some stuff.
Massacre
Candy
was
Shop.
the second one, right?
He had some stuff on there though that you like just a little bit. Classic Candy Shop. Come on, bro. Like, come on now.
Wait, just a little bit was whack to you? You ain't fuck with that? You could rock with that right now.
Bounce Over Bad Dad was whack to you?
Huh? Mom's over back. Yes, it was terrible.
Wow.
That shit was terrible.
Oh my goodness.
We doing hip hop. That shit is EDM, man. That shit was EDM.
That's not hip-hop?
EDM. That's EDM right there.
So Uncle Luke went hip hop?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Man.
He don't know about that bounce.
Man, H tripping, man.
My head said don't leave out P. Troy. I don't know why y'all don't never talk about Troy. Man.
Oh, Troy got it. I tell you, look, I was going through some footage the other day of Pastor Troy, right, that I had took. Pastor Troy did this for his performance. He did No More Playing G8, vice versa. What was the other joint? We was at that show together, I
At the
think.
Union.
At the Union. He did vice versa, No More Playing GA, and was it It's the City?
Probably. I don't remember.
All I'm saying is Pastor Troy got 3 records he can perform for the rest of his life.
Pastor Troy got one of the best hip hop songs ever made.
No More
ever.
Playing GA.
No, vice versa.
Hold on. So y'all going crazy right now. Hold on. Somebody just said, let me get my comment straight. I felt like I saw Trap or Die. Somebody said Trap or Die went jumping. Y'all hurt my heart just then.
That's the mixtape, right?
That's the mixtape.
I never got all the way through. I got on Jeezy at the album.
Okay.
Yeah. Although I had Trap or Die in my car.
I'm going to give people some leeway because Trap or Die essentially turned into Thug Motivation 101. Probably like 4 or 5 records was off of that. So I'm just going to gloss over that. I'm gonna let that slide. I'm gonna gloss over it. But hey, Ace, they coming for you in these comments. Though. I'm gonna go ahead and say that right now. Yeah, they coming for you. Camouflage. What we got? Tori said Trap or Die is a classic. Yeah, I agree with you.
That is a classic, Tori. Camouflage. I heard the Camouflage song.
But what they saying in the comments though?
Oh no, they're just talking about you. Talking about who is this guy talking about? Bonds over bad. Hey, who is this guy?
That's EDM, man. That's not no rap shit. That
man.
it's too.
We got to go back and listen to
beats
his
per
record.
minute is just
All right.
too
Look, if it
fast.
went for us being able to get shut down,
Okay.
we would play these records, but we can't play them because they'll shut us down.
Mobb Deep.
Okay, hold up. He just said so. Go ahead.
Mobb Deep.
Yeah, of course. What they don't have a classic? Is that what you're telling me?
No, they do have a classic,
Okay.
but we talking about albums that didn't hold up. So, like, which one of those albums you feel like is a classic from Mobb Deep?
A classic from Mobb Deep?
Yeah.
The fucking the second one. I forget the name of
The
it.
second one with Shook Ones and no, Shook Ones was on. When did Shook Ones?
Shook Ones is the second.
We not talking about their first one. That's like
Right. The Juvenile Hell. That was the first one.
you talking. Okay.
We hit it from the back and all that.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
You're talking about damn. What's the wait? It's not even the.
No, it's
I forget the name of the shit.
I forgot to.
Do we consider any?
Computer right there, guy.
I got yeah.
Do
You
we
right.
consider any Juvenile albums outside of 400 Degrees a classic?
Nope.
Outside of 400 degrees, I can't say so.
You got
I can't say
classic
so.
songs though.
No, 400 degrees classic.
Oh yeah, for sure. All the
I
way
don't care
through.
what you say.
All the way
Y'all
through.
can always say that. So y'all gonna tell me Big Thomas was classic too?
No,
Big
Yeah,
time.
Big-
I ain't
look,
never.
yeah.
no,
I ain't never.
no.
Manny Fresh.
I can
and
tell
Big.
you right now. No,
I ain't hear all of
Big
it.
Thomas wasn't classic, but 400 degrees, yes sir.
400 Degrees for sure.
You see me, I eat, sleep. Come on, what I'm talking about. See, you just check the temperature in the room.
It ain't the same.
Just check the
vibe
temperature in the
before.
room. But there was one person, and where you from? He from Cincinnati. You feel me? Just check the temperature in the room. That's all we got to do with. We want to talk about classic records. What Candace said? She said somewhat.
Dog said crime boss, Project English.
G Code, hey, now, hey, my boy Alfred Banks, he from New Orleans, so he'll let her know. G Code was up there. G Code was up there, but it still don't have the same impact. 400 degrees. I can go and listen to 400 degrees right now.
Right now.
Be good to go.
Does Scarface have a classic album?
Yeah.
Of course.
The Fix.
Okay. I mean, I've never heard these things.
What?
You ever heard The Fix? That's your homework assignment this week. Just go and listen to The Fix.
I apologize.
No, I'm serious. Go and listen to The
To me,
Fix.
the latest one, not the one he just put out, whatever the one that the house on the cover, the one before that, the Emeritus. I don't know how to, if I'm even saying.
I don't
it
think
right.
I heard it.
Listen to that, and you'll be like, God damn, this nigga's the best rapper ever.
So, hey, shout out to the homie Alfred Banks. He going in, man. Like, he said Lasers from Lupe isn't classic.
Lupe?
Lasers from Lupe isn't classic.
Never listen.
I feel you, though. I feel you. Oh, yeah, and you said like Scarface, The Diary. I forgot about The Diary. Yeah, go ahead. Diary and The Fix. Just check them out. That's it. You can,
I'ma try.
Yeah, you just check them out.
For my homies.
For my homies.
Yeah, Scarface.
I fuck with that too. That's the shit when he got mad people on it.
That's. I can't remember that one. to be
Check
honest
out
with you.
Emeritus.
I still don't know what you're talking about.
So it's some artists that we ain't talking about
Put
right
it
Yeah.
in your shit.
Go ahead.
Trick That Dollar. Y'all don't fuck Trick That? Nobody?
Yeah, the album that's a classic is the one that got the food stamp shit.
All right,
Based
so
on a true story.
okay,
The shit
let me
where
ask
they got,
this. This for everybody in the
"All
room.
I
Then
know."
No, that ain't it.
Which one is that?
That's
Thug Holiday.
Thug, yeah.
I'm a thug. Thug.com or something, right?
No, that's the one.
Thug.com, that's the-
album.
yeah.
That's the
Thug.com,
album. That's
definitely
the
classic.
fucking classic.
So, how do we define a
Proud of
classic?
you, man.
How do we define a classic?
Hip hop, baby. I don't know, brother. Sep,
How do we define a
the
classic?
EDM shit y'all talking
Oh
about?
no,
Now
we-
let's go.
Forget about that. See, you was there and you went back.
Look,
So, how do we define a classic?
we just defined the classic. The definition of a classic, it ain't even words. It's just that feeling. When we just defined that singing Cass.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? All of us from different spots of the world.
Right.
But we knew that damn song. Like,
Right.
That's what I consider like.
Right,
That's
right.
a classic. Timeless is what I want to use.
Mm-hmm.
Timeless music.
A classic. Let's see. A classic should sell well, stands the test of time, and has mad quotable shifted culture. Okay, I got you, Banks. Yeah.
Somebody said Nellyville was a classic.
See, I think we had Nellyville, but we was talking about the first one.
Yeah, we was talking about the first one.
We were talking about the first one, but we were naming all the joints off of Nellyville, though. That's the crazy part, though.
Marcus said some age well in region, but not globally.
Let's explore that.
Okay.
Age well regionally, but not globally.
Okay.
What would be an album that aged well regionally, but not globally?
I would definitely say I go back to Trick.
That's a good
I
one.
go back to Trick Daddy.
I'll say this. We was talking about this on Facebook earlier. I'll say Soul Food. It didn't age well globally. I don't think the world got a hold of how great of an album Soul Food is.
So if Good and Mob go to the UK for a little 10-city tour, what would they be performing?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
They probably would. Cell Therapy. I think some records did reach. Like
Right.
Cell Therapy reached. Like you, I just don't see you not knowing Cell Therapy.
Right.
But I don't think that album. You know, I mean, who knows? I ain't never been across it. We're talking about like what albums. Somebody made a comment saying some albums age well regionally, but not globally.
That can't happen, man. That's a classic. Is that it don't matter where you go, people fuck with this shit.
Right. No, we were just talking about what he was saying though. We was trying to think of an album that may have done that because New York got a lot of albums like that. I think y'all have an area like New York, Jersey, Connecticut, that tri-state area. Y'all can be huge up there, and we don't even know who y'all are down here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And it's like, but that don't mean because y'all so big up there. Like you can go up there and y'all gods up there, but down here, I'm trying to think of a act like that was popping up there that we didn't know about down here.
I don't know. I couldn't.
You know what I'm saying?
Because if it wasn't for the Bronx, this rap shit probably wouldn't.
No, we know that. We know that now. We know that. H, come on, H, come in here. H, come in trying to defend. Look. We know. Sedgwick and Cedar, man. We know, man. Shout out to DJ Kool Herc. Like we got all that. We know all that history.
Field Mob, in my opinion,
That's a good one.
got classics. Shout out Dante.
That's a good one.
Classic album? Maybe they have a classic song. I could go
Album.
No, I'm talking about the first album, classic to me.
What's the name
And the
of it?
second one,
What's
What
the
was
name
of the second one?
produced by Organized Noise, the whole thing, from the Rooter to the Tooter.
Was that the second one? No, the second one.
Is that
Rooted
the
to-
one with the
no,
whisper
the first
song?
one.
That's not the one with the whisper song.
No, you
shit.
thinking about
That's
Yin Yang
Yin Yang,
Twins.
My bad. See, that's already a problem. Look at that. Yeah, you can't even tell these niggas apart.
That's your, hey man, you
H-
supposed to know that.
H is bugging. H is bugging.
Damn.
He about to maybe pull a TK Kirk. Who raised you? Most of Dipset. You said, oh, that's a good one though. Dipset. Shout out to AJ. So you say Dipset, you talking about like Dipset?
They not regional. They worldwide. They whole United States. Because it's their fault that everybody's wearing all this tight shit now. So how they not world? How they
No, that is Jim Jones did. Jim Jones like
No, they
he-
definitely they're global act for sure.
yes.
global act.
Hey, Mike said
Classics, I don't know. Classics,
No. I don't think they have. I think we give Cam more credit
Marcus,
than
I'm
we
gonna tell you to
should.
Come on up here.
I'm just gonna go and say that.
yeah, we're gonna have to get Marcus.
wait,
up.
say
I think we give Cam more credit for being a rapper than we should. It's point blank period. Debate me with it. Let's go. Let's go.
You didn't listen to the new shit he got.
I listened to the program.
You don't fuck with it? It's not dope.
It's cool.
It's not dope.
It's typical Cam.
right. Like I said,
I mean, if you like Cam,
right.
it's typical
he
Cam.
hasn't changed this. So that's my point. Why do people always want to force artists to change? They'll be like, yo, he's talking about the same thing. Hey, that's what the fuck we like.
I get that. I get it. That I mean, that's a valid
He hasn't
point.
changed. That shit sounds like it was in '92, even though it's still dope, but it sounds the same.
Yeah, I mean, I think as an artist, there has to be some progression at some point. Like it just has to be progression.
I mean, the flows are different. Maybe that's the
No,
progression.
Cam
It
sound
can't
just like
be-
Dipset
it
era,
can't
like-
be, when you say progression, right? He talks about different stuff. It's still hood shit though, but a little different stuff.
Yeah.
When you say progression, hey, we can hear when niggas progress, then they like, hey, Jay-Z's talking about Picasso's, we don't give up. He's progressing. He's telling his
I'm
life.
for that.
Yeah, I love that.
I'm for that. I'm for like
On his behalf, but I think it's more than just him just saying it. It's the fact that we believe
and
what
we
he's saying.
we seeing
You
it
know
though.
what I'm saying? We see it. Yeah.
We see it.
yeah.
Like I'm for
Did
that.
Rakim
I
progress?
didn't speak to y'all last week, so then being that you brought up Cam, did you hear the Cam and Mace shit?
Yeah, I heard him.
So who was better to you?
I only count Mace response and then the record that Cam put out after Mace response. Mace. And I'm gonna tell you why. The rhymes were better that Mace said, and on top of that, Mace put time into create. Like I'm a very technical guy when it comes to music. Cam put something out like he recorded it in the closet.
Right, quick.
Like
he did.
on a
He
trash
did.
mic. I'm just gonna do it and throw it out. And to me, I heard like the first 8 bars and then I zoned out because I was like, "Come on, bro! Like you too grown and seasoned in this music business to put out a record like that."
You gotta put into the factor that he was on tour and he said
that's crap.
He said that though.
Bro.
He said, "Yo, we didn't mix it down and all that."
I can make a better record right now with this microphone, this laptop. Ain't no excuse in 2017. I don't care if you been on tour. Ain't no excuse. Like Cam, as much money as Cam say he got, any place you go in the world right now, you can go to a pawn shop, pick up a microphone, pick up a MacBook. Like it ain't no excuse to make a like that record sounded
Now,
like
let me
he was
ask you this.
recording off a laptop.
How
microphone.
about this? That Mace has mad years to work on that. He could have been.
Yeah.
Right, so then that's another thing that shouldn't be fair.
Yeah, but Mace put out a good sounding product, like the sound, like
I like both of them, but the thing is, this is similar to the Jay-Z Nas, as in Mace's version wasn't factual. It's just raps to make it sound good.
yeah. I mean, well, I
To
can't
where
speak on if
shit
it was
is
factual
more
or not because I
factual.
don't know them.
No, I mean, as in when you, I don't know them personally either, but when you listen to
interviews?
comments and interviews,
Right.
and Dame Dash talking, like everybody talking after was like, yo, this is not real, and you know the same shit like Jay and Nas.
Yeah, yeah.
So
it
then that
could
should
it could
give-
sway you if you care. A fan would care, but a casual listener they don't
Don't
give a
care.
fuck.
Right,
They don't
right.
care.
So whatever sounds better,
Right.
right? That's
Yeah.
what goes. So.
Yo, we got a guest though. We got a guest.
Word,
We got a
word.
guest. I want to bring him in on the conversation. This your guy, man.
Yes, sir. DJ. Okay.
But he said something different. Say it, go.
Hadouken!
You hear?
Come through,
Hey,
cuz.
come on, man. Come on, man. So we're gonna start with the name first, and then we're gonna get you in this conversation as soon as Jimmy come back from the bathroom. He rude like that. So we going. You taking it all the way back. We going all the way back with it. The name Hadouken. Like for y'all that don't know, that's hold on. I might get it wrong. What is it? Street Fighter? What is it?
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter. Is that Ryu and Ken, right?
Yeah, Ryu and Ken. Yeah.
See, I played the game, man, when I was growing up, bro. I played the game. So what inspired you to use this as a DJ name? Number one.
All
Where
right,
does that come
so
from?
if anybody know, Hadouken in Japanese means fireball.
Okay.
And when you think about Ryu, you think of a champion, you think of a beast, and a nigga who just really ready to go for anything. Like he not scared to go against nobody. Even in Marvel vs. Capcom, or you a Street Fighter fan, or Capcom versus SNK, whatever. I just feel like to have this name means everything for a nigga who a beast and who just going hard. So
Yeah. Okay, so we got that, and Jimmy coming back from the bathroom, get him situated or whatever. Try to get there. I don't know, joking Hollywood Hennessy, man. I tell you, hey, it's all good, man. So, hey, bro. So, DJing, right?
yeah.
When did this, the genesis of the DJing? When exactly did it start for you?
I started DJing. My first name, this is crazy. Like I had originally my name was just DJ OK, the Southern Menace. And the reason why, and I know that shit was long as hell, but that was my name.
All of that was the name.
DJ OK, the Southern Menace. Like that's how it went.
See, I was in the Southern Menace. I thought that was just like the tagline or something, but that was the whole name.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot, bro. That's a lot. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Nah, reason why is cause I was a young little nigga. I was listening to DJ Smalls, and Smalls had Southern Smoke. So I was just like Southern Menace. So it just went like that. And then as time went on, niggas started calling me the General, cause I just knew every part of the Midwest and the South. Cause like if anybody know me, I'm big with the hip hop market in the Midwest Southern region.
Okay.
Like a motherfucker. So I just told myself, shit, I'm gonna just go with the General, DJ OK, the General. And then recently, which next week, I'm actually changing my name to DJ Hadouken.
So I don't understand. Okay, I do. I kind of understand the switch up. What make you felt that you needed to rebrand yourself?
I feel like I need to rebrand myself because I've had DJ OK the General for motherfucking 10 years, bro. So since I was 15, I'm 25 now. I've had it for 10 years, and I just think it's time for a change. And plus, like, if you go to my Instagram, 2015, I was walking in Atlanta with a fucking Chinese hat. Everywhere I went, I had a fucking Lord Raiden hat. So it just kind of just blended in and whatnot with the brand and what I got going on. And I just thought, okay, that wouldn't be bad to switch it all up. And I be wearing Chinese shit all the time, from the button-down Chinese shirts to... Yeah, that's pretty much it, and I just rock it with some joggers and some Timbs. So, pretty much, that's what made me be like, I'm gonna change it. But originally, Hadouken was actually just a joke. Like I was at my job back where I'm from in Tulsa, and I told one of my niggas, "Hey, bro, I'm gonna call myself Hadouken." And then niggas was like, "Hey, bro, that shit funny." But as time went on, I'm thinking, everybody say that. And then when you listen to battle rap, some niggas will say a bar since everybody likes Street Fighter, everybody remember that, the Hadouken. So it's already a brand in the streets, but I think it'd be lovely to see a DJ Khaled, a DJ Drama with that name Hadouken and who really got the streets also.
Gotcha. So, I mean, you heard what we was talking about, man. You were sitting over there. You were chiming in a little bit beforehand too. So, what's your take on all of this? Like, can we call an album that don't clash?
Before you touch that,
Go ahead.
I want to ask one question. Was you a part of like some type of like the coalitions or core, or I don't know what they call them? You were part of a DJ committee group or something, right?
No.
No, I thought you was.
Okay, what made you think that?
I guess I thought you was cause see with bigger.
Well, the reason, no. Like I am kind of sorta because Tampa Mystic and Kingpin, that's my aunt. Kingpin's like my uncle. I've been knowing them since I was in high school.
Okay.
I was calling them to get no DJs. I've been dealing with Bigger, but because Bigger's so fucking old now, and he got the way he if he see you, he don't see you. You gotta be around him for him to know you. I've been rocking with Bigger since he was like the CEO of CTE at the time in 2010.
Okay.
And when Big Homie Screw was still when he was out and shit.
You consider those groups still like relevant? Is that a way to go for artists today?
If you got a bag, yeah. If you got a bag, I would say go for it. There's a lot of artists that I see that cool running DJs because someone put a right bag into the pockets of Tampa, Kingpin, or Bigger, they got somewhere. YFN Lucci's a good example. Cool America. I'm gonna make some shake. Like them niggas put up the bag to be on a tour, to be on a road and get where they're at now. Even with Coalition, because Coalition did something with Future. They all had something to do. Core DJs, I mean, I'm not gonna be political. I mean, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. I've never seen core DJs break nobody except get someone on their feet. But there's a lot of DJs in that team to really make something happen. But I've never really seen nobody put up a bag and you see the brand of core DJs be a part of it. But then again, when you see Cool Running and Coalition have the DJs that really push, they're branded DJs. Core DJs have branded DJs, but then again, they have some DJs in there that's not irrelevant. They have radio people that's not irrelevant, but it's a hit. That's a hit and miss deal. I'm not downgrading nobody of those DJ squads because at the end of the day, they all have something to do with the culture of what hip hop is going to, especially in the Midwest Southern region. Because in these two regions, we are the main motherfuckers who have a DJ squads in like motherfucking fraternities.
So what type of bag you talking about, cuz?
You know that bag. You know that probably 4 bands, 2, depending on.
Okay, now we speaking to the artist. So 4 bands. I'm pulling my whole 4 bands out my savings. That's all I got. What am I getting in return?
So with Kingpin, Bigger, and Cool Running, shit, you really gonna get the streets in the radio. Coalition, you gonna get the strip club in the streets of Atlanta. That's what you're gonna get. Shooting, if you want to go regionally, shoot, because really Coalition, Core, and Cool Running really got. Shout out to Big Hef, Nerve DJs in the Midwest. So, I mean, if you really got the bag for these DJ squads, they're gonna do what they say they're gonna do,
right?
And especially when you seen their name in the streets and whatnot. But then again, like, the reason why I'm not part of a DJ squad now, I mean, I was, don't get me wrong. Shout out to Stack of Starve, Table Man of DJs, etc. I mean, I wanted to brand myself. Some DJs just be in there because they just need the support. And being part of a family is very important, especially as a DJ.
Right.
But to some DJs, they got a brand. Being part of a DJ squad is irrelevant because if you got a brand, it doesn't matter. Think, for example, like DJ Chuck T, DJ Drama, Sense, and Don Cannon. Very few DJs like them. Or if you want to take it New York, you know, Clue, Envy, K Slade, Green Lantern, they wasn't with no DJ squad. Them niggas had brands by themselves.
Right.
They didn't need no 40 to 50 other niggas to help them out with what they doing. No, they been in this game for a while. They been had the bag, and they knew how to brand themselves in the streets to where trying to be a part of a DJ squad is irrelevant.
Okay.
That's interesting.
So
well answered.
you know what I'm saying?
No, that's a very interesting concept, man. Because like you hear about, and we know of, you know, some of the different DJ, I don't know, what do you call it, groups? I guess you can call it groups, but
DJ
squads. We heard about it, and like you always want to know, like Jimmy said, like what exactly am I getting for my money?
Right.
I really want to know. You know what I mean? Because are you really breaking my record? You feel me? Like, are you really gonna break my record, or is it, you know?
Okay, I understand that, but here's the thing, like,
and I know it got to be great too. I'm not saying like I have a trash record, I want you to break it. I want, like, if I have something of quality, and I'm paying you for bands, how do I know as an artist that is really being beneficial to me?
then I would say you gotta look at I would say artists gotta do the research on some of the DJ squads, or just see what the fuck is going on, because you don't want to be wasting your damn time. Like, you got X Squad DJs, you got Definition DJs, you got Go DJs. You know what I'm saying? You have, and I'm just talking out of regions. So Go DJs, Definition DJs, they run Texas, Louisiana. 18 DJs, they run Arkansas. Core DJs run in the Midwest. They run Oklahoma, a little portion of Texas. There's some DJs around that way, and they run a little bit of Missouri to Kentucky, and whatnot. You got the Allegiance up in Kentucky and whatnot. You got Fleet DJs that run the whole Middle Eastern.
Boy, that's a lot of $4,000.
I mean, it depends. Like, if you, but it depends if you want to go with one DJ squad and whatnot. You just got to do your research, because there are, don't get me wrong, that does open the door for some niggas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It does. If you're a nigga who got a single and you want to move. Now, if you a nigga who got a cult base and you got fans like motherfucking Currency, Mark Battles from Indianapolis, like, if you got a cult base, then shit, I would say do a motherfucking album, put that bitch on motherfucking Spotify, My Mixtapes, SoundCloud, and just get a fan base off that shit. You don't need no DJs for every song.
Oh, for sure, yeah. You don't need
You really don't. You really don't. There's some artists out here that don't need it. That, like, they really can get a bag off of just a fan base.
What would be your advice to an artist that's trying to go that route, trying to build a cult following versus in and out the strip clubs, trying to catch a hit single, all that type of shit?
I would say go to everything. Your A3C, your South by Southwest. Try to really get yourself established in that game, but really get on that Spotify and that My Mixtapes. And I would say, if you are one of those artists that want to just have a cult fan base, I would say just deal with DJs to a certain degree. And the reason why I say that is because these mixtape sites and shit like that, you kind of go through certain DJs. Like Kingpin, the Promo Vatican, I would say put up a little bread with the Promo Vatican or Coalition, because we in Atlanta. And then the rest of it, shit, do your shit on tour. Not every artist needs this motherfucking DJ support.
Can I ask you something? Because you're saying all that. So what? Give me a number. What's the budget they should have? How much should they have in a budget to really do this? To really get out there? Because I know you got to pay to play. So what's the budget that somebody should have?
Realistic number.
Realistic.
Okay, so I'll give an example since we talking about this. The only people who really do like independent tours to really get niggas out there or to show their face, Bigger Ranking and Big Hef. Those are the only two niggas I really see that's like OGs, street A&Rs, and that really it makes sense. I was just telling your mans over here, a Big Hef is from Cleveland, and he broke T Grizzly, M City, and whatnot. And I say Dej Loaf, and he has something to do with Lil Durk to a certain degree before everything got switched over to Don Cannon being the A&R. But they do their own little mini tours. Big Hef will probably do it in the Midwest and the East Coast. Bigger Rankin will probably do it in the South, go to the Midwest, and probably the East Coast every once now and then. For a nigga who independent, who's like, man, you know, I just want to go on a little tour, I want to get a little something popping and shaking, I would say do it with them, but that shit gonna probably run you to 3 bands and all.
Okay.
Because you're going to a 10-city tour. 10 to 15.
So let me ask you this, right? As somebody that has put on, well, we've been on a couple of tours ourselves, right? Self-promoted tours. What's the benefit of my $3,000 going through them? If I'm doing a 10-city tour. So, I mean, I'm just doing numbers, right? So if it's $3,000, I'm going to 10 cities. We're looking at 300 a city. What kind of? Who am I in front of?
Hotels and all that. When you say we going on a 10-city tour, so that means
yes,
once
it
I
does.
give them
It does.
the
It does.
$3,000,
It does mean
do
that.
I have to pay for my hotel also?
Yeah. Like the $3,000 is paying for the. It's paying for that. Like,
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's paying for that.
Right.
But Bigger will go to the radio station. Hef will go to a radio station, a big radio station, like. So you can do your interviews, get in tune with the city, or the niggas who's the the OGs of that certain city.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, you being from the 229 to go down to Valdosta and shit like that, Albany and go fuck with Chill Will and all them niggas and so forth, just to get that touch and then go do that show. That's how they do it. They'll probably do 2 radio stations. Probably go fuck with the streets a little bit.
Right.
You know, it's something that they know about, which 9 times out of 10, Rankin got everybody. Hef got everybody. So it ain't like you just going to a city and just doing a show and then, hey, we gone.
Okay.
Gotcha.
3 ain't bad. I was suspecting a little bit higher than that.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. That ain't bad.
Like, okay, for instance, in all reality, YFN Lucci, I hated his first project because there was no original production and whatnot. I'll tell you this now. If it was not for Rankin, Lucci would not be on. Lucci would be another street nigga in Atlanta just trying to do this rap shit. Because he stuck with Rankin and the bag was right and everything really started moving and you know what I'm saying, everything just got perfect. That's the reason why. And that's an example of somebody getting on from a motherfucking DJ supporter or a squad. But in my opinion, you don't have to go to the DJs either. I think sometimes the OGs who run that squad, if you got a relationship with them niggas, there's no point of there's no point of trying to kiss ass to 30 DJs who one nigga might be a lounge DJ, one nigga might be a mixtape DJ. This nigga might be a radio DJ, but he can't really play your shit because he need a bag or something to really try to just fuck with you to a certain degree. You don't know if this nigga really run the city or not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of them things, you know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, every city got their politic. Every city that I could say in the Midwest and South got a politic. But at the end of the day, if you know how to move in your market and you know how to either have that one single that's pushing or have that caught fan base, you good to go in this game. You are good to go. But if you want to be solo dolo and you want to figure out how to just do this by yourself, I would say A3C, South by Southwest.
DM Music Fest.
Music, yeah.
Well,
Exactly. DM Music Fest. Shout out to DM Music Fest.
We just gonna go and throw that out there.
Through Live Hip Hop Daily too.
There we go.
Exactly. So
there we go.
you know what I'm saying, things of that nature, just to show your face and
Right,
just to get out there and really just get fans off of that's good too. That's
Right,
good too.
right.
Because not everybody, like I said, not everybody gotta beg to the DJs. You know what I'm saying? So
This is value information, man, because I know there's some artists out there they want to know how.
Right.
And you know, I hate, like, for instance, I hate going to a website and wanting to maybe pay for a service and they don't got the price up there. Like that irks the shit out of me.
Right.
You know, like that's why I asked you how much of a bag you talking about, because that's some information that ain't put out there either. It's like, damn, well, how much? You know
Well, okay, well, this is the thing. Like, it ain't going to one DJ. It's going to the brand to do what the fuck they got to do in their pockets. Coalition, I think, is a good example because, like, it's small, but it's Atlanta. They are Atlanta in all reality. But the thing about it is, they got at least 4 to 5 fucking OGs that run a strip club, that's been with labels, and that's doing their motherfucking thing for real, for real. So to put the bag up with them and just be like, yo, I want to get something shaking, but I want like y'all to, you know, I don't want all y'all DJs in, but I really want y'all to really just get me out here. Like, this will work. Three bands to them is gonna make them, oh, what you need? Ah, okay, cool. We'll put you. All right, cool. We'll put you. All right, we'll do. Tony Neal, he'll do the same. But the thing with Tony Neal is, if you put up the right bag with him, he'll get you on your own tour. He'll get the DJs to support. But the thing about it is your brand, are you branding yourself worth it? Like, for example, that record.
Not to cut you off, but I was gonna ask that when I'm hearing you talk, it never comes up about if the music is good.
Okay, I'll get to that in a second.
Yeah,
I'll get to that in a
It
second.
doesn't matter because we talking numbers, so it's like, yo, I come with 3 bands, and it's like, yo, we could do whatever, and the shit could be shit, but we still go do it. You know what I'm saying? Which is fucking up. That's to me how hip hop is fucked up right now because of shit like this.
Okay,
But go ahead.
I'll get to that. That'll be my. I'll get to that after the next one, because that is. I'll give you a reason why I believe it's an issue, and why it is how it is to a certain degree. I'll give an example with the tour shit with Tony Neal and Core DJs. Do y'all know that record? I stay getting that work from California.
Yeah.
The killers they
Rico.
showing love in California.
We had the producer here before,
Mr. Hankey.
Mr. Hankey.
Okay, so Colonel Loud and Rico Barrino, they did a whole tour all around this motherfucker. They was everywhere. But the thing is like that was all Core DJs, and Tony Neal just basically broke down everything of where they should go, and they just put up the bag for it and did what they need to do. Because in all reality, the California record, let's be realistic.
It's Dolph record.
It's not Dolph record.
No, I'm saying,
but it's two Carolina niggas talking about California.
Which
Right,
is crazy.
right.
I was bugging.
Like, it's two Carolina niggas talking about California.
What I'm saying about that record is, if you ask people though who they remember off that record,
Dolph.
they remember Dolph.
And T.I.
Like that record to me worked more for Dolph than it worked for
Rico Barrino and Colonel Loud.
Colonel Loud. Because Rico, I know Rico, he writing, you know, he doing his one too, but don't nobody remember Colonel Loud.
Yeah.
Like just
Because they didn't have a follow up, maybe. Because
No,
that's
they
another
didn't.
thing,
They
right?
didn't. But when they put up the bag, that's what made it interesting. That's what made it be like, okay, this is cool. These niggas gonna go. Because I'm telling you, their tour was ridiculous. It was like a 3-4 month tour all around the U.S. And it was all because of Core DJs. And really because of Tony Neal, because Tony Neal didn't really he gave Core DJs a chance to see the vision. But the vision was really pushed with Tony Neal, and that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you might need the OGs instead of kissing a DJ's ass to be like, because let's be realistic, man. Some DJs is being the man just because, and then there's some DJs who are putting on for that motherfucking city.
right.
Like who really putting on for the area. You know what I'm saying? Who really they not just being in the clubs, they doing showcases for artists. They putting on for that city. They might be collabing certain artists in the city to really do their thing and really show that love in that hip hop nature, in that culture. But at the end of the day, I think it's just one of those deals where sometimes you got to go to an OG to really just get shit cracking.
But a Colonel Loud, that record, you say he put up a bag. That ain't no $3,000.
No, in my belief,
Yeah.
this is just me. This is what I'm assuming. That move must have been a good 15.
So then you basically saying if you want to go national and really get on the major radio stations like a B103s and all the big radio stations, it got to be more than 3,000.
No, I mean
That shit more than 15.
I was like
Now-
more than
now-
15
now,
radio.
okay.
That's a different ball game.
That is a different ballgame. But what they did was radio. What they did was radio in a tour, so people can see who the fuck they were before this record California came out.
Oh damn! I never even saw these niggas.
Yeah.
See a video. Did they even do it?
Yeah, they did a
Yeah,
video.
they did a video. It was cool. It was alright. But the bag to just get on the radio and just get a little support from DJs and people, and just to hear the record and okay, I know this song. That's 3 bands.
Okay.
Now to really get that heavy push in that little mini tour, not that national tour, I would say that's 5 to 6. But what Colonel Loud and Rico Barrino did, that's 15, without a doubt, I would say. Because that was, like I said, that was a 4 month. So you got niggas who don't really need to be there from core DJs. You know, yeah, we believe in the vision too. But because we got a piece of this bag, you know, that's the only reason why we're here. And then on top of it, you know, we doing all this other stuff, but that's the reason why we're here. But once this is all done, you know, once Tony Neal say it's over, it's over.
Okay.
Once Bigger Rankin said this is over, it's over. If you have a limit to the bag and you don't know where to go to after that.
I'm just trying to get all this information so that I can convince her to put this bag on the nigga. That's all. But yeah, what's up, man? What you got?
No,
out there?
no,
that was valuable.
No, I'm saying that I'm glad we went in that direction because that's, you know, the indie game is a very difficult game. You know, I mean, it's a game. It's definitely a game. But when you're talking about dealing with DJs in that aspect, like that's something that people just don't know. They just don't know that part. You know what I mean? So that's good info.
And well, you gotta understand, like nowadays, if a DJ is not branded, like if he's not branded in the streets, or he don't gotta brand himself where he's known for breaking records, or he's in every single circle, like it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And I get it that people have an issue with I get it why artists have issues with DJs, because some DJs might be arrogant. Some DJs might not want to be in tune and not give a fuck and not care. And you go to another city and then them niggas trip that you didn't go to them, but when you was really trying to rock with them, now they tripping. For instance, here's an example. In 2007 and 2008, St. Louis, shout out to the 314 and the 618, East Boogie Dirty was good. St. Louis had an issue. Artists had an issue with this. There was dirty DJs, like What Up Dirty, dirty DJs. And dirty DJs had the radio, they had the club, everything. But you had to pay for every fucking thing as an artist. If, I'm not gonna say the DJ, I'm not gonna say DJs in particular, but if a DJ was in a radio station, you had to pay that nigga. If a DJ was in a club, you had to pay that nigga. That shit is aggravating, dog. Like, why am I paying this nigga and that nigga? And y'all part of the same DJ squad. Like, I'm not getting it. Y'all part of the same coalition. I could put up a bad artist. Well, we all men. We don't see it different. We all see we don't see the same. So we not doing that. So every nigga gotta get paid different. That's not cool. And there's some many DJ squads that are like that. Niggas gotta come together and have the same mind, especially when a nigga putting up the right money for them to keep their coalition alive. So you wanna know what happened? Later on in 2009 and 2010, shout out to DJ County Brown, DJ Shock, Tef Poe, DJ Tab. Later on down the line, you had Hitman DJs of the Midwest. When Bigger Rankin was ran CT and he was the CEO, he made Hitman DJs. Hitman DJs was running the radio stations like crazy. In 2009 and 10, they at least had 10 singles booming on air in different markets. At least I say 40 different city markets. So the thing was, dirty DJs was getting dry. Hitman DJs of the Midwest, it was probably like 7 to 8 DJs, and these niggas was clashing in the city like a motherfucker. Like a motherfucker, they was clashing, going head to head. Like when I say they was beefing, they was beefing. You couldn't tell a dirty DJ, hey, let's do this. Nah, fuck you. Hey, a dirty DJ going to Hitman DJs of the Midwest, it would not happen. It was turf blood for real. It was raw. Another DJ squad that I can say that was big and it fell off and none of them had the same compliance. But if you talk to DJ Scream, you talk to Chuck T, the big DJs, they were all a part of it. Hustle Squad DJs. Hustle Squad DJs was big from 2005 to 2010. It all fell down and collapsed when the main nigga, I'm not gonna say his name, if you was part of Hustle Squad, you know what time it is, when he fucked up the bread and everybody didn't accumulate and had the same ordeal, that DJ Squad fell. And they was a big multi-$1,000 DJ squad that was really in the game, but a lot of DJs wasn't compliant. Certain DJs left that were branded, that had money and it was doing their fucking thing, but the main nigga who ran it wasn't communicative with everybody, so that shit failed.
I remember running. I used to run around with Hitman back in the day.
Who?
Just the squad, Big Nick, part of Hitman, and Casper, and that's how I got the relationship with Bigger too. But do you think that? Because I remember back in the day, niggas had these DJ conferences. Motherfuckers was literally paying $3,500 to rap on the stage. Not even that long, but now that I think about it, because I always thought about doing it, but I couldn't never really make it make sense because I never seen nobody come up from that.
Okay, so it doesn't.
That was the hustle back then. That's what
that was the hustle.
That was my
back
question.
Then. That was the hustle back then. But I ain't gonna lie, like it doesn't make sense. If it ain't no big festival or if it ain't a major conference that everybody and their mama going to, I don't see you paying that shit, bro. Just go up there and network and whatnot and just get in tune with people face to face. I wouldn't be paying no nigga that shit, bro. Why? Because when niggas do that as a DJ squad, in all reality, they trying to pay for the venue. They trying to pay and do whatever the fuck they gotta do with that squad to keep that shit elevating. I would say what Coalition do, but that's not my business. That's not my fraternity. That's not my. I mean, we good, but I'm not gonna speak on them because that's their family. I fuck with that family, but that's their family.
I used to wonder how we would kind of complain about how back in the day record companies used to rape us and do all this and shit. Then we turn around and do the same shit.
Well, I'm saying that same hustle is going on. Like for me, I don't charge artists to perform when I put on shows, right? But when you saying like going to A3C and going to South by Southwest, it's so many promoters that charge these artists $200, $300, $400, $500.
It makes sense.
Perform.
It makes sense.
How does that make sense to me?
Okay, that makes sense because one, let's be realistic. South by Southwest been going on since 1989. Hip hop just recently got into this shit since like mixtapes. The mixtape game is popular. Because in all reality, when you go to A3C and South by Southwest, you see not just hip hop, but you see the underground like a motherfucker. You can bump into DJ Smalls just out of the blue. You can bump into.
Wait, I'm gonna have to time out because you said South by Southwest was going on in '89.
Yes.
Yeah, it wasn't hip hop.
It wasn't hip hop. It was all rock and roll.
Shit, rock shit.
Yeah, it was all rock.
So that's not. We don't give a fuck about that shit.
No, he was just saying that rap came into it later. Yeah.
There wasn't no rap shit going on.
No.
Not as big. No. But like what you saying, and the reason why a promoter would do that is because them venues they won't up. Okay, well we got a contract for motherfucking. You just rock this shit for a band for a night, for a couple hours. Now the person who's a promoter or who's running that show or for that certain time slot is gonna need that little bag for niggas, and then on top he gotta pay this nigga who run the spot. So I bet you, in all reality, let's think about it. The person who runs Club 512, which is a popular venue on 6th Street, they want. I can tell you now, they want $1,500 right up
To rent out the venue.
to rent out the venue.
Okay.
But it's certain slots. So what the person is doing who runs that place, he's basically overgrowing his salary off of South by Southwest.
Absolutely.
He's getting overly paid because this nigga might want a slot for 4 hours. This nigga might need a slot for 10. And this nigga might need a slot for the whole day, for the whole time being. So the promoter, he want to get some bread in his pocket. Then he gotta go pay the person who runs the venue, who let him rent it out. And then the artist is basically getting thrown out like a motherfucker. If you're not on bids, what is that? not bits, sound,
Sonic Bid.
Sonic. Thank you, Sonic Biz. You're not getting if South by Southwest didn't pull you from Sonic Bid or they want you to come, you're not paying for shit to perform. You're getting flew out there. You're getting flew out there.
That's my
A3C
thing.
is the same thing.
That's my thing, and that's why I try to explain to artists. Though it's like, look, if you got to pay to get on anybody's stage, realize that you're hurting yourself,
and it's not a real.
and it's not
show.
it's not, and you performing in front of a bunch of artists who paid to do the same thing
Dang.
you doing, because like
But-
you said, they trying to pay for the venue.
But at the end of the day, I'll tell you two things. When it comes to A3C and South by Southwest, one, know a motherfucker who running a venue early so you can pay that cheap ticket and be good to go, or wait at the last minute and pay that dumbass bag that don't make sense to you, but you in your mind, if you're not a intelligent artist or you don't know what's up, you just basically thinking to yourself, okay, I'm gonna be performing in front of millions of people when that's
It's
not
not
the
gonna
case.
happen. No, it's not gonna happen. You're gonna be there and be pissed off that you performed in front of
100
artists.
100 artists, yeah.
100 artists waiting to perform. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to convince me to pay to perform. I can't. I've seen it, and I know it's just no real benefit when you can use that same amount of money and do stuff yourself.
Right.
For me, like, I'm, you know.
Well, that's what I'm saying about the back to the tour thing. You can do your own shit.
Right,
Sometimes
right.
you can just hop on niggas' ordeals. It just depends on where you want to go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you want to do it the cheap route, shoot, just have a single and try to hook up with one of the road managers to some of these major independent artists who own their little mini tour.
Yeah.
Scotty ATL, Currency, like, okay, how much you want? All right, cool. I'll just throw a little bread. All right, bet. I'm on a little tour. I'm getting a little something going on. You know what I'm saying? That'll work too.
Right.
And whatnot. Now back to what your question was, fam. The reason why I feel like music is the way it sounds today, it is because of the DJs. In all reality, and I know some people will say, you know, yeah, to a certain degree, or no, it's the people. No, DJs are playing what people are forced to hear. Some DJs, me personally, I don't like that shit. Me personally, I like playing a lot of new independent stuff that I know is hot and I know that will work in the streets. But there are a lot of DJs in the way everything sounds because everybody's playing the same shit. There's a lot of following ass DJs, and there's not a lot of DJs who like to be diverse,
Right.
and who like to set a trend or so, etc. There are some DJs, don't get me wrong, that you know that okay, I'm gonna fuck with these other records because, and I'm gonna blend them in with what's going on today. Don't get me wrong, there are a lot of DJs that's like that. Me personally, I'm not like that. I just really like breaking records. You can just ask me who that is, and I'll just let you know where they're from and what they got going on. But the reason why hip hop is in the era that it's in, and you got your little pumps and you got your little, because you got DJs that's really just rocking with that, just to rock with it, because somebody put up a bag for
Somebody put the bag up. Yeah. Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Or if you one of these lucky ass artists where you getting love off the SoundCloud, that can work too. Spotify, that can work too.
Can I ask you this, being that you're a DJ, you don't have your own artist? Like, yo, this is who I'm working with because he got fire, and I'm going to help this nigga get to where he got to go. Every DJ should have an artist.
Yes, I agree with that. I do actually have an artist and whatnot that I actually work with. I say about 3. I say about 3 that I actually work with. But the thing about that is, are you that DJ that's gonna be on a, hey, we should collab this and get these niggas on the road? Are you gonna be that DJ that's like, hey, I'm about to be on my DJ Khaled shit, I want you on this record, I wanna collab you and get some shit going. You know, we family. Are you gonna bust your ass just like this artist is busting his ass,
Right.
and you have it on every title and every name and every project and whatnot, it really going. Think about Ace Hood in all reality. Because I watched The Breakfast Club, and Ace Hood back in the day, I mean, I know he was signed to We The Best, but that nigga was ill about just everything that happened ever since the new Bugatti record. Because nothing was really moving for him, and he just, it wasn't the real support he got from DJ Khaled. He said them niggas didn't talk for 8 months. They got back cool, but still at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, he showed him love as a DJ. Khaled did his thing with Ace Hood, but the problem is that there was no communication in the midst of what everything else is going on.
So Ace Hood.
No, he not
doesn't
with
have
him.
a career right now.
He does have a career.
Go out off of them songs.
Yeah, he can still go off of them songs, but
true.
nowadays he focused on just him. He just want to be independent.
Oh, so he don't want to. Basically, he's being stubborn and don't want to go out to perform them songs. Cause
No, I'm sure he performing
I'm
them
sure
records.
he performs them. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, you gotta give love. Cali gave him the light, so now that he's not with Cali, he still has them songs.
I think
that he can
for
get money off of.
I think for Ace Hood, and I don't think he said this, but this is just me reading into it. Him and Khaled put in a lot of work and built a solid foundation.
He did say that in Breakfast Club. Yeah.
And it's like Khaled, we know Khaled is Khaled. How the Khaled that we see now just
He's a
happened
fucking
like
artist.
2 to 3 years ago.
Right? It's the new Cali.
It's the new Khaled, and he's not a part of that. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I agree with Ace Hood with all that. Right? He should be a part of that, but being that they separated, he still has a career now.
Right, he definitely
still
should have the
get
career,
money off of that shit and perform them songs and get money.
Right. Okay. So for example, 21 Savage, his DJ was DJ Lil King from Hubridge, but there's been a politic with that. I know the situation, but I don't think it's important to talk about because that's brother shit. But that's just one of them things where you can collab with an artist and whatnot, and depending on the chemistry, well, quotation, the chemistry, it'll work or it won't work. DJ Premier, Scarface, it worked. It did something. It kept shit going. And it keeps historically hip-hop still moving. Because shit, what would hip-hop be without a DJ Premier, Scarface, and shit like that, you know?
Well, I don't know, because if it wasn't for the Bronx, this rap shit probably.
Okay, but let me say one thing with that. Its deeper roots come from the South. Its deeper roots come from the South at the end of the day. Hip-hop did start in the Bronx, but when it all said and done, its deeper roots came from the South.
I don't know. If you asking me, the South made it worse.
All right, we're gonna have to go ahead and get up.
We gonna have to
wrap this conversation
Yeah,
up.
bro, we
Oh, we here talking about it. The top niggas in the South.
Nah,
right
bro.
now.
Nah, chill. Let me politic
Okay,
with
okay,
it.
go ahead.
Brothers, the
This
top
H talking for y'all.
rappers
Y'all can't see him because H is
in the
behind the
South.
camera, but this is H talking right now.
Are they really making timeless music?
It's okay. I got to say this and then I'll let you reply.
I'm about to be a beast on that
No,
ass,
no,
man.
it's not known yet.
It's not known.
No,
Come on.
no. What I'm saying
Let's
is
go from our opinion from what we're here. We fuck
absolutely.
with the-
No. Okay, hear me out. Right. Name an artist who you feel like is just not going to be timeless.
YFN Lucci.
YFN Lucci,
10
right?
years from now, we not. Gonna
Okay, all right, I get that because
Okay,
no,
there you
but see,
go.
no. What I'm saying is, YFN Lucci's not making trash music.
Right. 'Cause
That's what I'm talking.
I like his song, but then it can also be because it's played on the radio every day. That's why I like it.
It's to me. There's
go with that, too.
two different tiers of artists, and shout out to Saha because I got this from him. You
Oh,
either gonna
You
be
could go with him too. With
right.
Saha.
You can either be a weekend artist, which is gonna be that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday,
In the club.
or you're gonna be a Monday through Thursday, right? So like, what? And correct me if I'm wrong, but most of the stuff you talking about are artists. They doing these tours. They going to clubs, right? They doing club dates, club spots. They
That's
weekend.
weekend artists.
But that's when you got the hot record. The DJs work that record. You go to the clubs, but the thing is, what Saha the way he broke it down was like, when you're in the club, you don't need to be there. These people came to the club. They didn't come to see you. They came to the club to have a good time.
Anyway, right.
Monday through Thursday, you got to sell tickets, and that's the difference. So you got to have catalog to sell those tickets.
So what artist now that's popping now on the radios of Atlanta while we out here that in 5-10 years is still gonna be popping?
In
your opinion.
my opinion, right now, the only one I can think of immediately would probably be Uzi. That's probably the only person I could think
I
of
could
right
go
now.
with that. I could go with that, but that's yeah, I could go with that.
Future.
I could go with
No,
that too.
Future. I think Future already solidified, in my opinion.
I could go with that too.
But he was one of them when we first, like, if you look at when Future first came out, you probably thought like, oh, this ain't gonna be around long. He proved himself. That's what all I'm saying is all of these artists got to prove themselves. You know what I mean? Like they could come out the first time and then it's a dud. It's not all, you know, it's like, okay, it's a hot record for the club, but you got to prove yourself. You got to keep proving yourself as an artist. Like no matter, because we can say we want to, but we're in a singles driven market now. It'll never be about albums again. That's over with. It's over with. We're a singles driven market. That's what we are.
Wait, let's see. When we talking, every artist wants to be the best, right? So for
I don't believe that anymore, Herb.
Not no more.
That's not true anymore. That's what I'm saying. We're in a singles driven market. You ask some of these young heads, they don't care about being the best. They care about getting the bag.
the back. That's what's fucking. Wait, hold on. So we don't consider Kendrick and them new no more. They out there, Luke.
Kendrick, how many?
Because they on some. I want to be the best.
We could say here, Kendrick, Cole, we get it. Those two are our hope, if you want to say. But there are anomalies if you look at everybody else that's popping.
All right, so about your deal with you saying the South is really just fucked up hip hop.
No. I didn't say that. I'm just saying because they're the dominant. They was who's number one right now, right? So I'd be like, yo, they not pushing the best of the South. As in, why Sci-Hi ain't on the radio every day? Like how I hear the Uzi Verts and all these Yachty's and all of.
Okay, so
I hear Sci-Hi who has bars and talking about shit.
Big
Why I don't
Crit.
hear him Big Crit, right? Big Crit. Why I don't
But it's
hear
always
him
been like that,
on
though.
the radio.
okay, so all right, so
Why don't they have dope music?
they got
To me,
dope. They got dope music.
Those artists we
got
just
some.
said,
Huh?
they probably
got
better
some.
than.
I know you do.
They better than what we're hearing now.
Okay, but he, like he said, we are living in a single domination generation. We just do, and we just do, and I think that shit started with the little Soldier Boy and the franchise boy niggas. But at the end of the day, that's what people want to fucking hear because why? Because people are
False. We're force fed that. What do you mean? That's what we want to hear. I just want to hear good music. I don't give a fuck.
I know you want to hear good
That's all I
music,
wanna
but
hear.
at the end of the day, that's just one of the things where the underground is at, and the mixtapes is at. But at the end of the day, even though that's dominant to the South, because in our reality, yeah, mixtapes was good in East Coast, but if it wasn't for that Florida bounce and all that shit, and the real mixtapes in the trap, this shit wouldn't be the way it is. But in our reality, like I'm saying, it is a single ordeal. But when you go to the underground, this is what this shit is made for. And still niggas still get a bag. And that's regionally. The West Coast, East Coast, Midwest, down South. You really hear the sounds of who we are. You know what pisses me off with you East Coast niggas? In all reality, this is what I hate.
Wait. Atlanta's on the East Coast, so what are we talking about? Like,
We
DMV all the way to Maine. DMV all the way to Maine.
okay.
You know what pisses me off about y'all niggas
Let me know.
is how you guys is looked at as one market, but you don't pay attention to the rest of them. Philly, DMV, and etc. When I think of the East, I can only as a nigga who's not in tune with hip hop like that, they only can say fucking New York, and that bothers me because when I come to the Midwest and the South, dog, I can name about at least 8 to 9 fucking markets that are hip hop.
Because if it wasn't for the Bronx, this rap shit probably wouldn't.
But why? But I hear you. But why are you only looking at? Why you looking at just New York?
Because that's where it's from.
But okay, but hip hop in the
I'm gonna hear the raw shit.
but hip hop in the South, I gotta look at
I love
Florida.
it.
I gotta look at Atlanta. I gotta look at Houston.
I agree.
But this is the thing. I can also look at Memphis. I can also look at Virginia. I can look at motherfucking
I'm with you.
Chicago.
And every person, every state you're saying, there's artists in those states that I fuck with, but they're not out there.
But
like
why
they
ain't y'all
should
niggas in
be.
the East like that? But why ain't y'all?
They are. I mean,
But
people of a certain age.
y'all. But this is the thing. East Coast, New York is so big, John is so big headed. In quotation, big headed that y'all don't.
Started,
Y'all
that's
don't.
why.
I feel you. But why can't the Tri-State get that respect? Why can't Connecticut get it? Why can't Delaware? Why
I agree with you.
can't
That's where
Philly?
the corporate world comes in.
DMV.
That's
Y'all niggas got a sound, but y'all niggas got a sound. But you telling me in the Midwest South, I got 35 fucking markets here that literally have a fucking sound and sound so fucking different out the. Atlanta don't sound like fucking Valdosta.
let me say this before because I know Jimmy got something to say, right?
Okay.
All right, so the last New York record to go #1, Cardi B.
See,
That's sad.
Come on.
That's fucking
But
sad.
what I'm saying
That's
is-
fucking sad. That's fucking sad.
Come on, man.
New York, if you really want to keep it above New York, the last couple y'all have had the last couple of
Can't say that Jay-Z is #1. What are y'all talking?
I hear what you saying, but we talking about the politics of this shit.
Right.
Go ahead,
We
Jimmy.
are talking about the politics of shit. But it just bothers me with that shit, bro. Why y'all niggas gotta just look at New York? The whole East Coast need love with this shit. Down south, we
What are
look.
you talking about? If it was like that, then we wouldn't know about the Pusha T's from Virginia and Wale's from DC. We could go down the list. There's artists that's from those areas. So what you talking about?
I hear you, but it should be bigger than that.
Oh no,
It should be bigger than that. DC should be bigger than that.
I don't know. I'm not from there.
Philly should be bigger than that.
Philly is
Oh,
up
okay.
there.
So
Philly
saying
is up there.
hypothetically in the South, Atlanta should just be big. Memphis and Miami,
Nah.
Houston shouldn't be big.
You should be answering those questions because you the DJ.
I hear what you're saying, but I'm just politicking with you. I'm saying.
I'm
So
with
Jimmy,
So New York hip hypothetically in the East
You
should
good?
only be big enough, and the rest of those other little markets, hey, it is what it is.
Nah, it's not like that. We all about the beats and the rhymes.
Explain what's going on.
If you not dope with the beats and the rhymes, I'm not really trying to rock with you like that.
Briefly, just explain because
all right,
they
so cool.
watching, but
All
they
right.
don't even
yeah,
know.
Yeah, okay, so
Yeah.
right. All right, so for people just tuning in, right? I know we said we started talking about albums that are have to be timeless to be considered classics or whatever. But we currently went into a conversation where we're talking about DJing and how that works, and now we went into a conversation about New York and the South and like how
The hip hop,
Yeah.
how hip hop styles, like
we
just-
went all over the place.
we
to
went
make
all
it-
over the
yeah,
place,
it went all over
but
the place.
it's just
And
one
all I
thing.
was gonna say was because I heard one of you say it. You said it always been like that when you was talking about why don't we hear a Sci-Hi more than
Yeah, it's always been
Uzi?
like that.
Because we could also argue when y'all did have the torch. Why wasn't it more common versus it's all about the Benjamins, baby?
Yo, what's crazy is it's all about the corporate dollar. That's all that did it. Because when I was doing music with my niggas, and I used to love going to different states. That's how I knew about Master P. And then when we came to different states, I'm like, oh, what's the? I go in a club and people bugging. I said, who is this? So now when I come back home, this is what I'm letting them know. Like,
Right.
what's going on? Now it's fucked up to
Because it's one sound.
Everybody's playing the same thing.
Everybody sound the same.
Kind of, sort of,
okay,
but wait, back to kind of what he said. That's what the underground is for. P, probably wouldn't even know. Obviously, they weren't on that scale at the time,
Right.
Because you didn't know about it until you came down here or wherever.
This is another thing. A3C was what it was. That's what's going on now. In my time, it was How Can I Be Down? That's when I saw Master P. Physically, as in before I even heard the music.
It was some festival situation.
Fucking
Conference.
How
They
Can
used to
I
call
Be
it conference,
Down?
yeah.
How Can I Be Down? Which is ill because the nigga who's on what's this reality show, Atlanta, is the nigga who started it. How Can I Be Down?
Hip hop, Love and Hip Hop.
Real Housewives of Atlanta. The nigga who's on there, he ain't on it no more. But
Oh,
he
yeah.
started,
Oh, you're talking
he
about.
started that shit, and I remember that shit. And when he said that, I remembered him like, oh shit, that's where I know this nigga from. But anyway, it was just say what's the bus called here? The MARTA bus.
MARTA, yeah.
Say a MARTA bus come pull up in front of the hotel, and nothing but niggas with camouflage come out. And I'm like, who the fuck is this shit?
Right.
Nothing. I didn't hear no music. It just saw that. Then when we go to the next state, the nigga who was our label rep who was showing us everywhere, he goes to the record store, buys the CD. We just in the car. He's the driver. We in the car. He puts in the CD, and this is the Master P shit. And I'm hearing it for the first time. So it's like, oh shit, okay. Then now we go to the club. And then
You see
the
it.
reaction.
You see the reaction.
Oh my god! But we still feel it because it's beat. Boom. The bass is crazy, and then we take it back to New York.
But the thing is, that's still happening. It's still happening. Like, what we gotta, the thing that we can't forget about is that it's always been mainstream versus underground. It's always been that. So back then, what was jumping, what was on the radio, what you call it probably wouldn't get. How much play was
Master P was never on.
No. I'm talking about. We talking specifically about New York right now. So back in '95, you had Puff run. He ran the radio.
But we
so,
still had the Nas's and everybody all under. It still was on radio because it
but
still wasn't.
they were on the radio. Listen though. They were on the radio regionally.
Right.
They weren't playing down here. So in Atlanta, you listen to Atlanta, you got all the stuff that's popping, but the regional stuff that you got down here is like the Little Babies. That's on the radio. That it ain't bubble yet, but like all of that stuff that we hear, like most of the time when records jump and everybody else start hearing, we like, oh man, we've been listening to that for a while. You know what I'm saying? So the same thing is happening. The only difference is no matter where you're from, everybody sound like they from Atlanta. That's the difference. The South just took over the South.
And this is what I would say with that. It will be an issue with you guys in New York. And the reason why is because you guys are not big on mixtape DJs. You're not big on breaking records.
That, and we started what a mixtape is now is not really a mixtape.
No, it's not.
Okay, 100%. I agree.
So what you mean? Like we started all that.
Okay,
so
I hear what you're saying, but y'all don't have no DJ drama like that up in New York. I mean, yeah, you got a K Slate.
I mean, well, Bust it, hold up. I haven't been there for a while, so maybe not. Because really, the mixtape shit ain't. Who's getting CDs and all that?
I hear you, but still,
who's doing?
But still, I would expect there to be a street DJ who got the
street DJ, but they're not on the radio.
But even on or off, because I can name a bang load of DJs like DJ Champ, Gucci Mane's DJ.
You in the DJ world. Let's add a current person who just is regular. They gonna know who's on the radio. Or whoever they go see at the club, they not gonna know the fucking regular DJ who's really doing all this shit.
Right, but at the end of the day, people still gonna be in tune when they pushing that record or when they pushing that song or really being supportive of that. Hey, yo, go fuck with him. He got New York. Go rock with him. He got New York. So you telling me down south and Midwest got that shit to a core, but y'all can't do it in New York? I have a problem with that. Why? Especially because the way y'all sound. The way y'all sound
it to sound like that because
okay,
to me the South is dubbed down music. They not really talking about nothing as into how what we was talking about. They say, yo, we can't have all that shit.
But y'all had some trash too, though.
Of course.
And that's what I'm saying. That's the part I'm talking about. But here's the thing,
though. Back in the day, I knew what sounded like Harlem. I knew what sounded like Brooklyn. I knew what sounded like the Bronx.
Right.
But I can definitely tell down south, oh, that nigga's from Memphis. Right. That nigga's from Houston. Oh, that nigga from Louisiana.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Everything on the radio is the South. So now, if a rapper's in New York,
but it shouldn't be. It should not be with. It should not be
sound like the South, so he can get on the radio.
Whose fault is that though?
It's the East Coast DJs.
No,
bottom hand.
No,
DJ. Period.
I don't even think that. I want to say this. Whose fault is it that you want? At the end of the day, they just want to get on, right?
No, they want to get. If they hear a certain bounce and flow on the radio.
But listen to what I'm saying. They want to get on the radio.
Right.
That's it. They just want to get on. So they're going to do whatever it takes to get on.
Right. But let's be honest.
Make that type of music.
Okay, but let's be honest. In all reality, a city going to be their city. City going to be their city. Like, for example, Kansas City niggas, West Coast niggas, and Midwest niggas combined. Like, country, riding high on motherfucking shit and got gold in their mouth. Like, who the fuck does that? Kansas City niggas. Okay. Niggas in Atlanta do their own thing. Niggas here and there.
When you say Kansas City, I could be like, all right, you saying that's in Kansas City. So in my eyes, from hearing this, no disrespect to Kansas City, but that means niggas ain't nice enough in Kansas City to be heard other places on some music shit. They not nice enough with the songs. Or
so New York ain't nice enough because y'all blending in with us.
New York everywhere. You can't use New York as an example.
I can because y'all don't sound like New York anymore, and that shit bothers me.
Right.
Only thing I can say
that's bothers me too. It bothers me.
Only thing I can say. Hey, hold on. I'm gonna have to cut this conversation short. It's 9 o'clock. Real talk. Yeah. we gonna have to. This gonna have to be a part 2.
Yeah.
It's gonna have to be a part 2. Y'all, hey, it feels good. Hey, but somebody got to step in. I'm going to step in.
Great
Cause we go,
content.
yeah, great combo, but we'll be here all night. So look, before we leave though, tell the people how can they connect with you. They want to finish this
Not to cut you
conversation and
off,
have this
you
dialogue.
never answered the direct question that we even.
We'll talk
started
off
this.
camera on it. We'll talk off camera.
We'll talk off camera.
We'll talk off camera. So yeah, tell the people how can they connect with you if they want to have this conversation with you offline. Like, what's the best way to let them connect?
All right, man. So you can get at me currently at this time. I did not change my DJ name on the sites, but name is officially DJ Adukin. But you can follow me at DJ OK, like the state initial OK General. Hit me up at DJ OK General. Get in tune with me, man. And you know what time it is. We out here, man. That's the Twitter, the Instagram, and go download my new project, Country Cousins 4. I got a lot of independent artists that's really hot in the Midwest and South that you should know, that you might know, and you might fuck with in the future. But in other case, that's it.
Word.
For sure.
Good Henderson Show, man. We out here every Monday, 7 p.m. on livehiphopdaily.tv. Follow us everywhere.
We got it to the streets. We are the champions. Take off. Live Hip Hop Daily. DJ Hadouket.
That's the drop. Mark that. Mark that. We out, man. See y'all next week.
The Good Energy Show.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
gonna stay out because H ain't here, so y'all like we still doing stuff in the background. The mic's actually on right now. We're waiting on H to actually press
Hey, man.
stop on it. But this was good.
That was great, great conversation.
Yeah, that was a great conversation. You can cut it too, H. You can cut it.
You study. I know that by watching Instagram though, because you.